So we have already completed unit number 4. Unit number 4 was completed. Yes, good evening. So unit number 4 has completed here. The SED has been completed. AWK pattern scanning has been completed here. Okay, good files and good filters. So already we have seen ls-l and pipe mode and many other things have been seen. So it's not a big deal to discuss about this particular point here. And here in unit number 5, almost 90% of shell programming we have discussed. So shell variables have been discussed with you, and then export command also discussed with you, and profile file has not been discussed with you. And shell script, we have written many shell script, and you people have attempted as many number of, totally some 6 different kinds of programs have been submitted to me. And read command has been, how read command could be operated here as discussed, and positional parameters $1, $2, $3, $4, and so on and so forth have discussed with you. And exit status, of course, it is not known to you. So first one is profile, and exit status is not known to you. More about the set command has been known to you, and the exit command I have discussed with you. Branching in the sense if structure, case, and then while loop, and all those things have been discussed with you. You people have written many programs and loops also, and continue also taken, break also taken, and expr, we have written many number of commands using expr here. And integer arithmetic has done here. So similarly followed by real arithmetic, BC, binary calculator, real arithmetic also done here, and everything has been done here. And then here documentation also taken into consideration. It's also be completed. And sleep has not been taken so far. And debugging the scripts, it's also not taken. So script command not taken. Now I will explain. Of course, these are one another. These are not nowhere related. I'll go ahead and explain something about eval command here. Okay, eval command here. So what is the importance of eval command, and how the eval command can be used to, so used in the era of Unix programming language or Unix shell scripting, how EVL can be used here. Everything could be so taken into consideration right now. Let us have a discussion regarding to EVL. Normally, EVL is always used to prepare vectors. Of course, in our programming languages, that is called as array, and matrices in our programming languages, 2-dimensional array, single-dimensional array. So using those two, those two kind of operations could be done by using eval. That is the importance of this particular command here. Okay, and how eval command can be used into the Unix shell scripting here. Let me give you how eval can be used for reading a particular array element, read a particular array element, or producing output. So how output in the sense echoing. For echoing, how the eval command be used, and for assigning value. If you want to assign a particular value to eval, how you can assign, and then how you can assign eval value to some normal variable. Okay, so assign to a variable, and this one is value to eval. Okay, how this could be done. Okay, so for this, let me write the syntaxes here. So simple syntaxes will be for reading the data from the input. Input device, let me consider the keyboard, how we put down here in the sense, you have to start with the eval followed by space, read, followed by, after reading, let us consider here whatever the array element you could consider here, ARR, array element. So dollar subscript value. Okay, I in the sense subscript. If you want to specify one more subscript, one more dollar and I, sorry, J. Okay, array of I comma J. That is the meaning here. Okay, let me consider first in terms of vectors. Let me discuss this one here. In terms of vectors, let me discuss. Vector in the sense only single dimensional array here, so that the single dimensional array could be seen in such a way. In this way, you can read the data from the standard input device, let me say, the keyboard. Where exactly after reading data and placed into the array, let me say a single dimensional array, how could you place or how could you reduce output to the standard output device that is monitor? How could you do it? So for this one, so EVAL, ECHO, echo, here somewhat so important here. So double quotations, backslash, dollar array element, dollar to the value. So whatever the value you may be considered here, so that could be. Whatever the value in the sense, let me take into consideration the subscripted value. Okay. If you have more number of subscripts, you have to specify $I, $J. In this way, you can produce the output here. And to EVAL, if you want to assign a value, to EVAL, so how we could done here? EVAL, so the array element ARR $I subscript value $I. Okay, let me. Okay, then it could be very easy to view and understand. $I, so is equal to, so whatever the value you are supposed to take into consideration, that must be put into double quotes dollar the value, whatever the value you are supposed to place out there. So straight away, if you want to specify constant values cannot be assigned. So here one remark you need to remember. So one remark will be, so constant values cannot be assigned. Constant values in the sense, let us consider my array name is A, and EVAL, so $I equal to 10. It is illegal. I don't know, because I have worked at this one nearly core 12 only have worked out there. But here I don't know whether it could be worked out with core 18, because we are running with core 18 right now. So let us see. So as for core 12, it is not done. Okay. And then assign value. I mean, assign your value, your EVA value to some variable. My variable is some X or Y or Z. To that particular value, you have to get some subscripted located value. How it could done here? So EVAL, so your variable, whatever the variable you have to consider, is equal to. So how you could get this in the sense? Similarly, how you are producing output here, in the similar way. So you have to get the value here, something like this. You have to get something like this. In this way, like this. These are the 4 points you need to remember. Here. If you do have these 4 points with you, then it's very easy to write vector programs. And one more thing you need to understand. So normally you people are doing your if condition something like this. A will be having some value, B will be having some particular value that is 20. And if you want to identify which is bigger value, then you are expected to develop something like this. You are expected to in if class, you may be expected to develop like this. If so $A so is less than or equal to, however, whatever the condition I'm giving just for example here, $B, something like this you may be done. So you may be perform some kind of operation here. Okay, I hope that it could be so remember by you. So finally, after this one, so 5, you may be operate something like this. Why I'm specifying here in the sense, these are two normal variables. If you want to perform same kind of operation in between two subscripted values, so directly it could not be done. Directly in the sense, you are not supposed to, instead of this one, you are not supposed to done something like this. It is highly impossible to done something like this. If so, how could you get the value here in the sense? So backslash. Okay. backslash dollar. So dollar I, okay, less than or equal to hyphen LE, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, whatever the operation you could perform here. So dollar, where it is, dollar, sorry, dollar A, so dollar J, something like this. If you want to perform this kind of operation, it is not possible, and it is showing some kind of error to you. So instead of that, what you are supposed to do here in the sense, you have to take your value, assign your value to one particular variable. So let me consider some x equal to eval x equal to, so you have to assign this particular value to x, okay, this particular value to x here, and then eval some y will be equal to, so you have to assign this particular value to y. So whatever the specification you could consider, it is y. Now x and y are ordinary variables, so dollar x, of course, greater than, less than, whatever it may be, you could operate your own dollar y. In this way you have to perform, in this way you have to perform. So these points you need to remember. These points are very, very particular. You need to remember in terms of EVL. Okay. Number one point, how could you read the values in the sense EVAL read array variable dollar subscript, producing output from the vector here in the sense EVAL echo within double quotes, so backslash dollar array dollar subscript, and assigning in the sense you should perform something like this, and assigning your array element to one variable in the sense, this is the way, and performing directly something like this, performing directly the value, the operations could not be done here. So before going to performing some kind of logical operations using if or while or something like this, you have to, so take the values from array to another variable, something like this, and then you have to perform it. These are the operations you need to remember before going to apply our so vector operations using shell scripting here. Let us go ahead and do this. Hope that everybody has got idea what I'm speaking at this moment. Okay, let us go ahead and let me take the Ubuntu. Yeah, yeah, probably it is good. I think it is okay. CD UP class plus. Okay, CD. Let me make mkdir eval cdeval. So ls hyphen l, nothing is there, just now I have created. Then nano arr, otherwise ainput, otherwise arr 1.sh. Okay, clear. So my question is here, how, what is the purpose of creation of this one here in the sense, this is the purpose here. So need to create, so shell script to create an array and display it. So only for creation and display, only for this particular point of view, you have to create this particular program here. Okay. So let me take, before going to take this one, let us consider how many number of elements you may be required. What is the length of, what is the size of your array? So echo enter the size of the array. What is the size of your array? You have to specify it. Then followed by read n. And after taking your size, you need to access the elements into array. So that is why the subscript value will be get starts with 1 here. You could start with 0 or with 1. There is no problem at all. While, so because already we have known how you could take the elements into array. Elements into array will be always required either for loop or while loop in our C, C++ and Java or Python kind of languages. Similarly, here also we'd like to take n number of elements into one particular location, so that while $i less than or equal to $n. Up to this, you have to perform the operations. What you are supposed to do? So you have to read the data into your thing. So before going to read, already we have specified here. So how you are supposed to read? This is the way you have to read. Okay, read. Sorry, eval. So read. Okay, a. My array name is a, for example. So $I. Okay, before going to take this one, you please enter one more echo here. Echo, enter elements to array. Okay, enter elements to array. You please type that one. Otherwise, you maybe have some kind of confusion. Okay, then I will be increment the subscript value. I will be equal to expr $I plus 1. Yes, I have been incremented. Then there is the matter, because it is single dimension array. I have read out the specific values. Then so echo the array elements are okay. Now while dollar, okay, before going to take this one, let us reinitiate the I value equal to 1 here, while $I is less than or equal to $n. Do, then what we are trying to do, we have to produce the output eval. So echo, already I told you echo, I mean producing output will be, you just go through again. So like this, eval echo. So array $array name subscript value. Okay, $subscript value. So $a $I. Okay, /n. Then you have to increase the element here, increase the I value. So I will be equal to, so expr $I plus 1. Okay, done. This is just a simple program which could be used to take the input from the keyboard to the small array, and it could be produce the output here. Okay, and there is no declaration for array here. Declaration of array will be occurred as and when you have to operate and read, then it could be initiated. So in the C, C++, as like as integer a of 10, something like that, it doesn't have any declaration. Okay, so let me execute this particular program for a while. What are the things which could be happened here? Change mode u plus x arr1 dot sh. Okay, /arr1 dot sh. Yeah, let me take 5 elements as input. Elements to be array 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You could see elements has been taken, something like this. Then you have to pencil something like this. In this way, you have to apply the things here. Okay, so this is the way you have to take into consideration. That we select everything, then you could understand what exactly. So this is the way. So you have to write the points. Okay. Now let us consider. After taking the elements, I'd like to sum all elements of the array and display the final sum. My point is, I'd like to display the sum of array elements, or sum and average of array elements. How it could be done? Let us have a look here. I have taken the element here. I have taken already array here. Array has been taken. Number of elements will be n, and the input also be taken here. Now, not simply display. I'd like to add the points here, the elements here. So how it could be done? Sum equal to 0. Okay, so already I told you directly this could not be includes in any operations. So therefore, eval sum x will be equal to some dollar. Let me select this one here. Double quotes $a $I. After taking this one, So already I do have some value with sum, that sum equal to 0. So sum is equal to expr dollar sum plus dollar what is that, the value that is x. Okay, both will be gets added together. And of course I equal to I plus 1, that's as usual. This could be done for n number of times. Obviously each and every value could be taken from the array and can be added together. After this one, so abc average will be equal to, so sorry, equal to expr. So normally it could be done something like this. Then however I'd like to consider something. Okay, only sum will be displayed here, there is no problem at all. Echo the sum of array elements is, sum is, the value will be SUM. Sorry, dollar SUM. Sorry, dollar SUM. Oh, yes, change everything in the same program. Let me execute the same program again. So size will be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so array elements are okay. Array elements, the message will be gets deleted here. Sorry, I just put out this one. Sum of array elements is 55. Okay, so here it is not required. It is not required. Let me make it as a comment line. Make it as, otherwise let me delete everything. It is not required. In this way, you have to operate some kind of operations, or otherwise summations or some other operations could be done here, something like this. Okay, something like this, it could be done. It could also be done here. Okay, and based on this one, you are expected to perform these operations. Operation number 1 will be, I'll give you assignment in your Google Classroom. So once again, so let me consider number 1 will be um, linear search. Okay, let me operate linear search here. Both will be gets equal, then your search is successful, otherwise search is not successful, something like that. Linear sort operation. So second one is bubble sort operation. These two will be run by you. Okay, run by you. So how you could operate linear sort? Linear sort in the sense, after taking the elements, then you are expecting echo enter an element to be searched. My idea is whether this element is existed or not. Read EL. Yes, I have taken. Now sum is not required here. So $I2, everything is common. Then before going, yeah, instead of doing this particular job, what exactly we are trying to do here is we would like to perform whether our element is equal to this one or not. Before going to take this one, let me take FLAG, flag will be equal to 0. Okay, flag equal to false. That is what. After taking this one, what exactly? If so, $I, sorry, $X is equal to dollar ELE. If this is equal, then what shall I do? Flag equal to 1. Flag must be assigned to 1. And then immediately we just go ahead with break. Don't continue. Sorry, break. Okay. Fine. Okay. If it is equal, then otherwise you please continue with your next iteration and next value. You please continue with the next value. After checking this one, Again, if dollar FLAG is still equal to 1, if it is equal to 1, what should exactly you have to done here? Yes, echo. So dollar ELE was found in the array, was found, simply speaking. Okay. Otherwise, echo dollar ELE does not found. It is not existent. That's what you have to consider. Of course, this is not required. This statement is not required. Finally, F5 program is gets over. Your program is gets over. In this way, you have to done. Okay, let me execute this one for a while, and you could see. Yeah, and array size will be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, 10 elements. Enter element to be set. That is 10 here. Yes, 10 was found. Again, 10 again. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 4, and then 10. Dollar, element to be set is 23. 23 does not found. In this way, you have to, okay, instead of this one, would like to VIARR1 dot sh. You could see. In this way, you could write your program. Wanted to perform some kind of operation, something like this. It could be done something like this. So I have shown you how to set one particular element from the specific array, and you are expected to perform linear sort and bubble sort operations. Okay? Linear sort and bubble sort operations. Okay, if you able to done, then no problem. I'll give you one more assignment to you. I'll give you some 2 days time to perform this one. So if you have any writing anyway, but difficulty in this too, after 2 days, I'll give you the answers. Okay, so this is our today's total single dimensional arrays. Okay, time is there. I'll continue with double dimension also. Double dimension in the sense nothing. Don't worry about double dimension. So let me consider. So nano. So MAT matrix dot sh. Okay. So this program is shell script for so matrix input and output. Okay. So echo enter the order of matrix. Order of matrix in the sense you are expected to perform. I will expected to give input read m, read n. You need to give two variables. Obviously, I will be equal to 1. So while $I less than or equal to $M2. So simply speaking, some j will be equal to 1 again, while $J less than or equal to $N2. Now you have to read the elements. EVAL READ. So $I $J. Okay. So here, simply speaking, what exactly we are trying to do. So J equal to EXPR $J plus 1. Okay. Inner loop is gets over. Now I equal to EXPR $I plus 1. Outer loop also gets over. After that, you have to produce the output. Echo the matrix elements are. Okay. Again, I will be equal to 1 while $I is less than or equal to $M to j equal to 1 again, while $J is less than or equal to $N. Okay, and space is required here. Space is required too. So EVAL, so ECHO, already I told you ECHO hyphen N, hyphen in the sense placed in the same line. So that is displayed $A, $I, $J. Okay, like this. Obviously, so J equal to EXPR $J plus 1. Done. I will be equal to EXPR $I plus 1. Okay. So here ECHO. Okay, here to produce output as matrix form, ECHO hyphen N, so 2 lines. Okay. Yes, what is the question here? Okay, EXPR. Is there any problem with EXPR? Okay, let me check it out. Let me check it out. Oh, sorry. Thank you for identifying this one. EXPR. Yeah. Yeah. So CHMOD U plus X MAT dot H. Okay. MAT dot H. Matrix is 3 by 3. Elements will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this way, you could display. Okay, just taking input and producing output. That's all. Taking input and producing output. And you could also perform your own operations, matrix multiplication, matrix addition, and everything. Everything could be done by you. There is no problem at all. In this way, you could able to done here. Okay, so this is the way of doing the work. So okay, so this is the way. In this way, you can do it. I'll send it out all these programs to you as well. So look at these programs and you have to go through and have to done whatever the assignment I have given just before. I'll also give the same in terms of Google Classrooms, through Google Classrooms also. So do it. Okay. Thank you. This is the class for today. Okay. Yes, we may be. For loop also be used, but better to use only while loop. While loop is better when compared to for loop. Okay, don't use for loop. While loop is better. Okay, in for loop, in a sense, it is actually there is one particular possibility for open loop parenthesis and I less than as like a C programming kind of thing. So that is actually not suggested for doing in EVL process. Okay, don't do with for loop. Of course, it could be worked out, but don't do like that. Okay, so you may be used only while loop. So program will be bigger one. So there is no problem at all. You please do it. Yeah.